be worried and laughing at the same time.
Right.
So laughter is such a strong energy that it erases fear
Mm-hmm.
and anxiety. And so that really helps. Then, in terms of our emotions and our heart, laughter opens the heart. So it improves all your relationships. And when I'm saying laughter, I'm including having fun and being playful and enjoying yourself. And this is one of the easiest ways to get into meditation. Meditation being awareness of being in the present moment.
Let's learn how our next guest gets up, dress up, and show up on purpose. Enjoy the episode. Hello, morning enthusiasts. Welcome to the Best Morning Routine Ever podcast. I am your host, Looney Lewis, and today I have the honor of introducing a very special guest to the show, Pragito Dove. She has her master's degree. She's a global authority on expressive meditation and founder of the number one expressive meditation training school in North America. She's internationally recognized author, hypnotherapist, coach, speaker with over 20 years of experience. She helps entrepreneurs, leaders, and CEOs, also healers, align their mindset to allow more peace, time, and financial freedom. Oh, I love that. I love the correlation. So I'm excited to dive into it and talk to you about it. And but we will talk about your book as well. Number one Amazon bestseller, Lunchtime Enlightenment, expressive meditation for manifesting peace, prosperity, and passion. So, with no further ado, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much, Lunide. I'm really thrilled to be here.
It's an honor to have you here. So I'm excited to dive into your all the work that you've done. But before we do that, tell us a little bit about your journey. You know, your journey here thus far.
Well, when I was a child, I had a very challenging time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I was only very small, I really felt that there had to be something better that life could offer in terms of love,
Yeah.
mostly in terms of love, because really there wasn't much love. And I knew I had to wait till I was old enough to get away from, grow up and be able to explore that for myself, which I did. Actually, it really started for me when my son was born,
Mm-hmm.
because somehow that really woke me up to see when I looked into his beautiful blue eyes that I had been pushing down a lot of anger and frustration and pain
Yeah.
and fear.
Yeah.
And so basically, that's what I was transmitting. And I didn't want him to just absorb all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I started looking around, and I'd never been able to get into meditation because I just couldn't sit there. Because at the time, I thought meditation was sitting in silence, like in a lotus position or something. And I just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I heard about Osho, a enlightened master in India, who was teaching a whole range of expressive meditation techniques
Yeah.
like laughter, tears, dancing, humming, the gibberish, the dynamic. And basically, the premise of these is that you dump out in the meditation, in the context of a meditation technique, you dump out your anger and frustration or your tears, or you laugh,
Yeah.
to release your laughter as well. That's in the first stage. And then in the second stage, you sit in silence. And what that does, it's like it takes the lid off the pressure cooker. It releases from the body mind all that built up tension.
Yeah.
And then it's much, much easier to drop down inside, down to your center, 2 inches below the navel, to your inner silence and peace and calm. And I went to India to study with Osho. I took my 14-month-old son with me
Mm-hmm.
because by that time my marriage was falling apart as well.
Yeah.
So somehow it was interesting when I look back on it because my whole life was completely falling apart. And yet that's where I found the solutions to heal myself and create a better life full of joy and happiness and laughter and creativity. And I just released so much tensions emotionally, mentally, and physically. I stopped smoking. Um, the recurring back pain I had disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So my health improved. And yeah, I was happier and I found inner peace.
Yeah.
So that was very, very powerful. And then they asked me to learn to teach the meditations, which surprised the heck out of me
Yeah.
because I felt like I was such a mess. How could I ever teach meditation? But I think they could see something in me that I couldn't see in myself. And that actually has become a gift of mine. I can see people's gifts in them when they don't really believe in themselves, you know? So that has become my work to, yes, to teach meditation trainings and to help people discover their creativity, their purpose, their joy, and and express that in the world.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very, very fascinating because a lot of us walk around and we don't know we have this built up tension, this
Yeah.
built up energy, and it stems from, as you alluded to, our childhood,
Yeah.
growing up, trauma that we've experienced, but we sort of just kind of brush off, but don't realize the damaging effect it has on our every move.
Yeah. It absolutely does. And my wake up call, I think, was really my son
Hmm.
and seeing that if I didn't, heal myself, then we would just have another messed up person on the planet, you
Right.
know? And I didn't want that. And I didn't want that for him when I felt there were solutions. There are
Mhm.
solutions, so that he never had to suffer the way I suffered.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the yeah, what it the steps, the vibration, right? The energy vibration. Tell us about how that works because you underwent that process in a couple of days. So it was hybrid, it was really intense for you because you had total immersion. Now, for somebody who don't have that opportunity to now fly off to India and go do this for 3, 4 days, tell us about what underwent during the process, in terms of energy.
Right. Well, yeah, you don't have to go to India anymore because that's what I offer in my trainings.
Yeah.
So people can work with me and do the trainings and then find that out for themselves. Um, well, let's take the laughter as an example. Yeah, because laughter is free and and it's something that I encourage people to practice laughing every day.
Yeah.
So, and the reason for that is, first of all, that really raises your vibration very quickly. If we look at law of attraction vibrations on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the most negative and 10 being the most positive, when you start incorporating more laughter into your life, into your day, your vibe goes up to an 8, 9, 10. And that's where you want to try and be, up at an 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So it's like a very quick fix, if you like.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're laughing about. You can go on YouTube and find some funny videos. I personally like the baby laughter. That I don't know why, but I just
They're
mix
contagious. Those are
how with
they're
laugh.
contagious.
Yeah, because laughter is contagious. Yes, very infectious. And it has incredible benefits. So, first of all, you're releasing a lot of tensions from the body. So that helps your body be more relaxed.
Mhm.
So from a health point of view, you do it for that, for no other reason than for your health, because it will definitely help the body a lot. And then for the mind, it helps the mind to release a lot of the fear and the judgments.
Yeah.
You can't be worried and laughing at the same time.
Right.
So laughter is such a strong energy that it erases fear
Mm-hmm.
and anxiety. And so that really helps. Then, in terms of our emotions and our heart, laughter opens the heart. So it improves all your relationships. And when I'm saying laughter, I'm including having fun and being playful and enjoying yourself. And this is one of the easiest ways to get into meditation. Meditation being awareness of being in the present moment. That's what meditation is.
Yeah.
And laughter helps you to be in the present moment. And so does enjoying yourself, because when you're enjoying yourself, why wouldn't you be in the present moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, laughter helps you connect to your soul or your spirit. It acts as a bridge, because the second stage of the laughter meditation is sitting in silence.
Mm-hmm.
And so, after all that expression and release of tensions, then you drop down, you close your eyes, and you go into silence, and you drop down inside, and you can find your silence much quicker and much easier after you've done some laughter.
Yeah, because you've released some tension, and so it's a lot easier to access that transcendent, I guess, arena, right? That space that is so sacred.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that is fantastic. So, how does hypnotherapy play into that?
Well, the meditations I do only in groups, either on Zoom and hopefully at the end of October in person.
Yeah.
My practitioner certification training is all set for the end of October. But the hypnotherapy I do in individual sessions, because everybody has a different story and a different drama, if you like, different people in their lives who have been a problem for them in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what we do in the hypnotherapy sessions is, first of all, we talk about what what is it they would like to work on. So it could be weight loss. It could be money isn't where you want it to be. It could be something about your health and fitness.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter what the issue is. Then what I do is I take the person deeper down, so that we can access the subconscious.
Gotcha.
So let's take money, for example. Um, if your money isn't where you want it to be, and for a lot of people, and this happened to me too, you seem to hit this ceiling, like you can't seem to get past a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So what that means is we all have an internal thermostat. And, just like your heating thermostat on the wall, you set it for 70 degrees and then your house will never go over 70 degrees. So we have been conditioned to believe that financially we can never go above a certain amount of money.
Mm.
This would be way back in our childhood, influenced by our parents, the people around us, by our culture, by our neighborhood, influenced by a lot of things. And so we believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say, this happened to me. And then in hypnotherapy, first of all, we can bring awareness to the beliefs we learned about money. So the first thing is always the awareness, and then we can change them. which is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you can change them to whatever you want.
And so
Um,
you're instilling new beliefs around money so that the abundance cap can be raised.
yes, exactly. And
Interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
well, and then the person, like with me, then I started attracting better clients. I could put up my fees without feeling guilty and bad about it,
Mm-hmm.
but feeling good about it. And I started to attract sort of better quality clients as well, people who were willing to invest in themselves and saw the benefit of what happens when you invest money in yourself.
Mm-hmm. They say
That's
whoever pays attention.
Well, that's exactly right. Yes. And so then I started getting very good results with my clients as well. So they could move up the money ladder, so to speak, and start attracting what they wanted. And I mean, I also work with love and relationships. I
Mm-hmm.
have a client at the moment. She wants to find uh, a new boyfriend. And so, what we've been doing, we have to heal all her relationships with men in the past. That's her father. There's a couple of ex-husbands, couples, a few ex-boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing at the moment is we are healing what was incomplete about those relationships, so that the next man she attracts isn't like that, but is on a higher level of love and respect, and financially on a higher level, just sort of up leveling everything. But we have to heal what happened in the past first,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise we're still going to be stuck in that programming
Right.
that is all that we deserve.
Mm.
Because that's usually at the root of everything is, well, I don't deserve it. I'm not good enough, things like that people believe about themselves, which are not true, of course, because we're all divine beings
Right.
and we all deserve abundance financially, uh, in relationships, with love, and with our health and fitness.
Yeah, and it's deep rooted. It's subconsciously
Yes, it
directing the
is.
directions of our life. And a lot of us were not aware of it. And I love that you bring energy and meditation to it because that's the first point of awareness.
Yep, exactly. Because you can't heal something you're not even aware of it. So, yeah, we have to start with the awareness.
And are you doing multiple sessions for these clients, like the last one you mentioned, right? In terms of love in the multiple, say the dad and then the husband. So we go in. Is it one session for all? Is it we
Oh,
heal
no.
one piece and then we come back to do the
Yeah.
next.
When you're working with the subconscious, it's difficult for me to give people a how long is this going to take answer,
Yeah.
because neither of us know what's in that person's subconscious until we start going deeper.
Yeah.
And for some people, of course, they get results quicker than others because they don't have so much healing to do. Um, so I do packages of 6 months or 12 months. Usually we work every other week to give the work time to sort of integrate.
Yeah.
And if I feel the person can get it done in 3 months, we can do 3 months. And then I also give a samples. They can do one session if they want to try it out.
No, I see. I
You
see.
know, just to get. Well, some people don't need to try it out. They're really clear. Like, actually, this woman I'm working with the relationship, she's doing a whole 12-month package with me. But then she has a lot of things she wants to explore, not just the relationship. So
Yeah. That's fascinating. And then they have developmental work to do in between sessions, right? Because it has to, you know how they say it takes 21 days for the brain to actually activate a new habit or programming altogether for the newer path to actually click.
yes, It does. And then there's also the emotional content, because usually there's emotional content as well, wounds that need healing.
Mhm.
So that takes its own time. You can't rush that. You can't rush anything to do with the body.
Mhm.
But because I work on such a deep level, it's very powerful because I work at the root of things.
Right.
Like with a tree, when you work at the roots and you untangle the roots and you get rid of rotten roots, so the tree's roots can go deep into the ground, because the stronger the roots are and the deeper in the ground they are, then the more the tree can expand and have more fruits and flowers.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes total sense.
And we are the same. We are the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about your book, The Seven Languages of Lunchtime Enlightenment.
Oh, actually, it's not seven languages. I'm not quite sure where
How
that.
I got that. It's Lunchtime Enlightenment, it's called.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah,
here's a copy.
there it is. Yep, Lunchtime Enlightenment.
Lunchtime Enlightenment, and it's expressive meditations for manifesting peace, prosperity, and passion. So my goal with everything I do is to help people come to an inner peace with themselves,
Mhm.
and to be prosperous and abundant. And if they don't already have their passion that they follow, to find their passion and to follow that, which always leads to their purpose.
And
Um,
fulfillment and more happiness. Yeah.
yeah, so there's about roughly 150 different meditation techniques in there.
Mhm.
Some of them are very short because we don't always have time. The expressive meditation techniques are in there. They take longer. They take an hour, and there's music soundtracks to accompany them.
Mhm.
Um, and also I have in there the 8 main principles of meditation, which are relaxation,
Mhm.
laughter, witnessing the mind, awareness, trust, compassion, and love. And I talk about all of those because those are all pieces of the puzzle, if you like.
Yeah. To add this to add to the sum, to the whole picture.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine your morning routine includes meditation and relaxation and being present. So go right in there and tell us, how do you get up, dress up, and show up?
Well, gratitude is a very important part of my morning routine. I always start with thanking existence for everything I have, and start with a bright attitude to a new day. I might even do some laughter, actually, because it's a very powerful way to start the day,
Yeah.
to start on that high vibe. And I usually do about a 10-minute sitting.
Hmm.
Um, I just sit and watch the mind, watch the body, and I listen to see if there's any messages for me from my body, from my heart, from my soul. So that's an important part of it. And then, yes, as you said, being present as much as possible, because what is meditation after all? Meditation is simply being in the present moment.
Yeah.
It's very simple. And yes, there's a lot of techniques that we can all do to help that. Um, but meditation is not a technique, it is a quality that you can bring to any activity. So I just make it a practice to be as present as possible throughout my day.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like right now, talking to you, being fully present.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. And I've heard the easiest way to do it is to actually just observe your breath.
Well,
Going in and out.
that is definitely one way that a lot of people find helpful, because the breathing is always in the present.
Hmm.
So it makes us come to the present
Hmm.
to observe the breathing. yes, that's
Yeah.
definitely one thing we can do.
Yeah. I also find it with meditation, it's there's no strict way to go about it. You don't have to meditate for an hour. You don't have to meditate for 2 hours. Sometimes 5 minutes. Sometimes you can increase it as the time goes, and not to fight yourself if you can't quiet down the chatter. Just being aware of it and recognizing it.
Yeah, I mean, awareness is the master key.
Yeah.
Just being aware, because there's no forcing the mind, no trying to repress the mind. Just watch the mind,
Yeah.
witness the mind,
Yeah.
and let the thoughts go by, and you sit there totally relaxed. And that there's just bring awareness. I did just say about being present all the time, and that is the same as saying bring awareness, because to be aware you have to be in the present.
Yeah.
uh,
That's
so um, bring awareness to what you're doing, bring consciousness, and then you'll find over time that you do everything in your life, personal and work, more consciously with more awareness. And, don't give yourself a hard time if you forget, because we all forget all the time.
mhm.
That's not a problem, because the universe just always gives us now. There's always now. So just come back now and be present now.
Yeah.
And
That's
it grows. It
it.
grows.
Yeah, I agree. That thank you for sharing that. It's the ability to be here now, be in the moment, be present.
Yes.
That's fantastic. How can our listeners connect with you?
Well, my website is discovermeditation.com. And if you put in discovermeditation.com/contact, you will come to a page where I'm offering a free 3-video abundance activation series.
Mhm.
And so you get that when you sign up for my Laughing Buddhist Network newsletter. You get that free video series, which is, I hear a lot of good things about it. People love it.
No, excellent. I really thank you today for your opportunity and your time.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please comment and tell us what was your favorite part, your favorite habit that you are going to try out for yourself today. Comment below. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Until next time, I will see you at the top of your best morning routine ever. Stay blessed.